Hi guys, I'm Mar, and today I'm really excited for this video because this video is going to be kind of like a trying things but also cooking video and also Kardashian Jenner video. So yeah, it's like all the good things rolled into one because Kylie posted what she eats in a day and I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to try it. Honestly, all the food looked delicious. There was also some kind of weird things in there, so I was just like, I wonder if she actually eats all of this. But I figured I would give it a go to see if a normal human with a normal life can actually eat all of these things because it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of cooking. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel by clicking down there. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so according to Kylie, the very first thing she eats is this kind of granola cereal, like a parfait pretty much. And it looked so pretty on her video. And when I first saw it, I was like, it's cute. I love that it has berries. But for me, I was very nervous because I do not like yogurt and I don't like anything that has milk in it. So I was just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a disaster. But you know, I was like, I'm gonna give it a go because if Kylie says it's good, it must be, right? Good morning. So we are about to have breakfast and I have all my goodies. Honestly, this is way more complicated than any breakfast I've ever had. Usually my breakfast is just like nothing, but sometimes I'll do like oatmeal and berries or like eggs and toast. But we're gonna be fancy today. We're gonna get some matcha and yogurt. I don't like yogurt, but I guess we'll try it because if Kylie says so, I guess we'll do that. So I started making my little recipe and I poured the granola and I was like, wow, there's a lot of granola in this because I saw the picture and I thought it was like just granola. And I just kept thinking, how many calories does Kylie eat? Because I'm sure someone kind of looks at her diet and makes sure that it's a pretty balanced diet, especially with Kylie's swim coming up and all these things. Although she's probably about to announce that she's pregnant at the Met Gala. So I don't know, I'm assuming she was eating this before she was pregnant, but I was just thinking about the calorie count and something seemed sus about this meal. But I was like, it's okay, we shall carry on. I added the berries, we did some blueberries and some raspberries, and that part I thought was delicious because I love berries. I would have put more berries in there, to be honest. I put the little bit of yogurt on it and then the little bit of mint just to decorate. So I made this breakfast and I guess because I printed it out, but I didn't really realize that there's probably yogurt at the bottom. I just poured only granola. I don't know, on my picture I can't really tell. And I don't eat yogurt or granola, but I'm assuming someone doesn't eat this much granola for breakfast. I was like, wow, Kylie, you're really going in on the granola. So yeah, this might be wrong, but it looks really cute. It looks really aesthetic. I don't know these things, but still I tried it and I guess I have to eat the yogurt. All right, I'm gonna get a big bite of like yogurt, granola, and berries. Oh no, not my little mint. That looks so cute. It reminds me of like Wally. Oh god. I think if you like yogurt, this is okay. I mean, the berries are delicious. The granola is delicious. I would just eat it kind of like I made it. Just berries and granola. I'm sorry, I just don't like yogurt. I mean, to me, it was pretty tragic, but I think for someone that likes yogurt, it was fine. Like, it was okay. And then to make things even worse for me, she eats this with matcha. And if you guys have seen any of like my Starbucks videos or anything like that, you guys know matcha and we just don't get along. I love tea. Like, I have some Starbucks right here, but matcha, I'm just like, why? And I forgot the matcha. I don't like matcha. And she doesn't really show how she makes this matcha, but I looked it up and Kourtney Kardashian has like this matcha that she does and apparently all the Kardashian Jenners love. And she makes it with maple syrup, so here we got it. And I mean, hopefully it's delicious. Oh my gosh, so this says half a teaspoon per 1 ounce. I don't know how much that is. I'm sure Kylie doesn't have that problem. It also says with water, but Kourtney Kardashian says to use milk, so we listen to our Kardashians. I'm just gonna go in. All right, so I poured my milk in and now it's time for the matcha. I love you so matcha. But yeah, I wanted to feel fabulous, so I decided to warm up my milk and I used my little like tea thing. So I made it the perfect temperature and then I just had the milk when it was warm and ready and I poured the little matcha powder. I'm kind of sad that I don't like matcha because it looked so pretty. And I whisked that in there. I know there's like a way to make matcha and this probably wasn't the best way because there was a moment when these like little kind of dots showed up and it looked absolutely disgusting. I was like, what's wrong with my matcha? But then we added some maple syrup following Kourtney's recipe and it was time to give it a go. Here's our matcha. Looks, I don't know if you like matcha. It's not horrible. I'm surprised. I thought it was gonna be really bad and it's not that terrible. Cheers. So for me, that breakfast was kind of like, I don't know about that, Kylie. But I think it's a healthy breakfast and definitely cute. I feel like most of the meals, she just wanted them to look cute on TikTok. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's just me, but I definitely think all the meals were made to look really pretty. So after that, she has a snack and she has water as a snack. well, coconut water. And we got this little coconut, and by the way, I never knew this, but to put the little straw into the coconut, you actually have to like drill in the straw. You have to open up the hole or your straw into your coconut, which we did because we want to be fabulous like Kylie. Then it was time for lunch, and of course Kylie has a salad for lunch. There's nothing wrong with that. The salad honestly looked delicious and I was really excited to try it. The salad kind of looked like Asian inspired to me. It had lettuce, but then it also had cabbage, which I thought was really interesting because I never put cabbage in my salad, so I was really excited to try that out. And I feel like the cabbage really gave it a pop of color that made it look so pretty. So see what I mean? Pretty food, perfect for Instagram or TikTok. It also had almonds. I added chicken because I feel like there was chicken in there. I felt really professional making the salad. I was just like, I am Sweetgreen. Also, it had sesame seeds, but I saw that hers had like these black sesame seeds and I'm not really sure what they are. So I had some everything but the bagel seasoning, and that has those little black sesame seeds. So I was like, in you go. I topped it off with a little bit of cilantro, or well, a lot of cilantro. You can never have enough cilantro. And I wasn't really sure what she did for a dressing, so I just did some lemon because I just thought that would go well, and also I just love lemon. I tried to make it look all cute because, you know, Kylie has her personal chefs, but I'm my own personal chef, so I wanted to give myself the personal chef experience. The salad looks so good. Honestly, it looks delicious. I feel like I'm gonna start making this. Let's see. It's so good. It doesn't even need a dressing. I feel like a personal chef. The salad turned out so good. I'm actually going to repeat it at some point because it was just really filling and really delicious. But at this point, I had eaten breakfast and lunch, and I felt like I had spent literally the entire day in the kitchen. I just had not had a chance to do anything else because I had spent the entire day just like chopping things, cleaning things. It was a lot. I don't think anyone with a normal life could eat like this for 24 hours. It's impossible. I was exhausted and I still had like half of my day left. So then I had a second snack and it was just grapes. So I figured I would eat them fabulously how I envisioned Kylie must eat her grapes, or at least Stormy. So something that Kylie posted and really caught my eye was this lemon water, and then she put something in the water and I was just like, what is that? It looked really interesting. So I went on full-on detective mode and I found that this is what she uses. And they're these BLK mineral drops, and they say they optimize hydration. And I'm extremely confused by that because you're drinking water. I mean, how can you get more hydrated than with water? I don't know. I found that to be just a little bit weird, but I wanted to be all cute and aesthetic, so I tried to make my own little lemon water. I just happened to have this clear tea kettle and I was like, ooh, this is perfect. I cut up my lemon, I poured my water in, and it looked so beautiful. Honestly, I felt like such a queen. And this is definitely something that I could do more often, but I just don't think of it. And honestly, it takes a decent amount of time just for water. So yeah, it must be so nice to have people around that cut up your lemons and you can just drink water fabulously. I'm jealous. But then it was time to try out the drops, and when Kylie puts them in the water, she just does like the little drop and it looks really cool and you're kind of intrigued, but then she doesn't show you what happens after. And what happens after is that the drops fall and they look round, so you're basically just drinking like dirty water. It went from being super cute and super aesthetic to just being brown. I was extremely confused. The water did not look appealing. I almost didn't want to drink it, but I took one for the team and I was like, we're taking this super hydrated water. It looks kind of nasty. It looks like, I don't know if I want to drink this water. I guess let's taste this. I think there's no flavor, but it's also all the way at the bottom. I don't know, it just feels really unnecessary. Like the lemon's good, that's yummy. And it didn't taste different. It didn't really taste like anything, but it just looked weird. It was like, is this worth it? And that's what got me thinking that maybe she was just kind of like including this so the video will be like, ooh, look, that's so strange. What does Kylie do for her meals? I don't know, that's my theory. Then it was time for dinner and Kylie actually eats pasta, which I was pleasantly surprised by because I love pasta. So I was like, yes, we are having pasta tonight. So for dinner, Kylie eats some pasta, and I have to say, Kylie, portion control, you are a goddess because I could never eat such a small portion of pasta, but I'm gonna attempt to. She eats some fancy pasta, and I don't know how to make that, but I do know how to make some mac and cheese, and I found some Cheetos mac and cheese at Walmart, and I was like, yes, 96 cents, you're coming with me. She also eats it with some salad that has cucumber, and I don't know what dressing, but I'm gonna attempt to make it. Yeah, it looks pretty delicious. So I made my Cheetos mac and cheese, which I was confident was gonna be just as delicious as, if not better than Kylie's pasta. And then she also has a side salad, which was arugula and cucumber and almonds. And that's a combination that I would never really think to put together. So I was excited to try it out. I don't eat that much cucumber, but I was like, this sounds like it would be good. However, it looked like a little bit wet, and I'm not sure what she used to get her salad to be wet. So I just did the basics, vinegar and olive oil. I tried to make it look super cute and super aesthetic. And then it was time for my 4 asparagus. Literally 4. That was it. 4 asparagus. That kind of made me sad. I was like, wow, like you couldn't have 5. I love asparagus. I eat asparagus almost every day. I usually just like eat however many I want. I don't think about like, ooh, only 4. But yeah, that's all we got. 4 asparagus. So I tried to set it up on the plate, make it look real cute, real fancy. At this point, I was just committed to spending my whole day in the kitchen, being my own personal chef. First, I'm going to try this mac and cheese. Oh, it's so good. I know Kylie doesn't actually get to eat this. It's really good. It totally tastes like Cheetos. I think this is much better than Kylie's pasta. Just gonna put that out there. Let me give the salad a try, because this is kind of a weird salad. I mean, it's really good. It's really like refreshing. Delicious. I really like the salad. That's really good. That was really delicious. And I felt like throughout the day, I was never like hungry, but I also felt like I was never full. I feel like the meals are kind of like they keep coming, but you're never just like satisfied. You're just like, okay, I had 4 asparagus, which is why I was really looking forward to these cookies. Kylie posted the cookies and they just look so delicious. I was like, oh my gosh, it's okay. We're gonna only eat like salad and asparagus, but then I'm gonna binge these cookies because she doesn't say how many cookies she eats, so I could just eat as many as I want. The cookies looked absolutely delicious. I had spent all day cooking and I needed help. I think one person can't do this job. It's just a lot, especially if you're kind of like doing other stuff. You just can't feed yourself this often. It's not realistic to have like 20 meals a day unless all you're doing is literally just like sitting down and eating. But if you're cooking them and eating them, it's way too much. So my friends helped me with the cookies and to set up the whole thing. It just looked really pretty, really aesthetic. I was really proud of us. I'm looking at it now and I'm so sad because I just know mistakes were made. Right here, right now, mistakes are being made. So I was pouring like my flour, my sugar, my salt, and it was all going really well. So I thought, and I had to do like brown sugar and butter and mix it all in. And then these chocolate chip cookies actually have like dark chocolate chips and light chocolate chips. This mixture looks delicious, like so good. And you also have to put it in the fridge for an hour to kind of let it cool. I was just like, wow, these cookies are gonna be the best cookies I will ever eat in my entire life. I just took this out of the fridge and it looks really good. Oh, look, it's really easy to work with. So I'm gonna make little balls, I guess. Little baby cookies. Actually, they'll probably be kind of big. I don't know. I don't know how much this grows. So after an hour goes by and the cookies are in the fridge, it's time to kind of like get them together and put them in the oven. So I make my little cookie balls. I'm just like, oof, I've been waiting for this moment literally all day. The moment the cookies go in the oven, I'm like, oh my gosh, something's wrong. At first they looked okay, but then they started to melt. And I mean melt. I wasn't sure what was happening with the cookies. I mean, something that seemed a little suspicious because I felt like they had way too much sugar, but I was like, that's just because they're gonna be way delicious. But eventually, oh my god, I literally thought my kitchen was gonna catch on fire. I opened the oven and so much smoke started coming out and these cookies had just fully melted. They had turned into basically candy. It was a really sad moment because this is what the cookies were supposed to look like and this is what they ended up looking like. I feel like we were doing so well. I thought we really had a future as personal chefs. This is sad. I wonder what Kylie would do to me if I was her personal chef and this happened to her cookies. I guess we don't have a future as pastry chefs. What happened was just like a little confusion with the measurements for the flour, which I will say I didn't do. Maybe I still have a future as a personal chef. But yeah, it was very sad. I couldn't make the cookies. Grandma had to come and she was the one that figured out what happened with the recipe. I feel like I need to make cookies with grandma because her cookies are delicious. And I ended up crying and just binging Chick-fil-A chocolate chip cookies after because I really needed my chocolate chip cookies. And I was not about to go without them because I was very hungry. But yeah, that's the story of trying to eat like a Kylie Jenner. It comes with pain and tears, at least for me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!